What is a hobby of the opposite gender that could make them attractive? I've had girls ask me to move in because I'm a mechanic. Note, I know it's not a hobby, but come on. A woman who has her own hobbies, and doesn't need to make them an integral part of the things, are more attractive than a lover who can go do their own thing, and then come back ready to do an us thing. This was in my early 20s, but I stopped by Buddy's house to hang out. When I showed up, another gal who was a mutual friend, my friend, his wife, and myself was pulling back their clothes dryer and then climbed over it to start dismantling from the back side of the machine, and fix the heater core. She worked at some appliance service gig at the time, but that made me realize self-sufficient women are an absolute diamond. For me, the sexiest thing a man can do is cook, read and exercise. I did not expect this comment to blow up lol. Thank y'all for the overwhelming response, and please don't be shy telling other women, especially the women you like, if you posse's any one or all of these hobbies. If she's anything like me, she would really appreciate it. Embarrassed smiley face. I'm a dude and I do cross stitch and needlepoint, and women think it's incredibly cute. Weightlifting. I really want a middle-aged woman who is strong enough to throw me to the floor and choke me with her thighs. Kind of an oddball, but, for me personally, women who are into old currency or America's only marsupial, the opossum, really excite me. As a straight bloke, I'd say anything. I've come across so many women who do nothing but watch TV and stare at their phone all day. Emphasis on "and," because I don't think I've ever seen these people without their phone, and their problem with that is that they have absolutely nothing interesting to talk about. They don't know anything about anything, and they don't care to learn, or if they do, they're incredibly reluctant to talk about it. By contrast, the women I've met with hobbies are far more interesting people. Not only do they know their crafts, but they tend to also nurture a healthy mind too, full of interesting facts and well thought out opinions. Those people can hold a conversation with minimal input from you, whereas the other kind are borderline incapable of conversation. They will let drive the conversation and only reply in uninterested singular phrases or words. I'd bet good money this rings true for women regarding men too. There's bound to be men who are just like those women, devoid of all evidence of actually owning a functioning human brain. Smiley face. Sports, the gym, overall health and fitness. Shows a dedication to themselves and a long-term goal which is equally as attractive as the physical attributes that come from being an athlete into weight training. Being their own person with their own interests, hobbies, and opinions on things. Point 1. Exercise doesn't need to be crazy about it, but someone who likes to exercise is at least decently healthy. 2. Hobbies she can do on her own. Basically anything she enjoys and can do on her own, so that sometimes when I want my own time I don't have to feel guilty cause I need to take care of her 24/7. It sounds obvious, but the amount of women who are chronically bored because they don't have a better hobby than watching Netflix, watching vlogs, Instagram and meeting friends at a cafe is completely blowing my mind. Wife is obsessed with veggie gardening, growing food. She spends a few hours per week sorting that out. It is attractive seeing her in the garden with her gardening clothes. She gardens nude. Guy cares that you make a house a home. Whether that means more traditional roles like taking care of the yard, working together on things, or just appreciating that I do my part. I've realized that guys who give a shit about these things are fading. I'm in my mid-30s for context. And who can fix broke shit, smiley face, or at least try. Most men and women don't. Since I like fixing shit, it's kinda nice knowing I don't have to do things for them. But I do anyways. Imagine a lot of these answers are my own hobby thing I like, which isn't surprising. When I as a dude find out a girl is a gamer, plays a musical instrument, watches anime, etc., my ears obviously perk. It's always interesting to meet someone that's passionate about some kind of hobby or vocation, even if it's not necessarily something you do yourself or are familiar with. It's boring when you meet someone with little to no depth of engagement into their interests. My opinion? Love for DD, being a nerd, and willing to ramble on about their recently discovered fun facts about some random thing they just learned about. That'd make my heart skip multiple beats, and make me drop to one knee in the same day. Like it if a woman can articulate an actual conversation and lead on them by asking questions given a response. Come a pro at assembling IKEA furniture. Handyman skills are surprisingly sexy. So much a hobby, but I like Renaissance men, women, people who are hungry for information, who make intuitive connections between subjects, and simply love to explore and understand reality across multiple axes. Few things are more attractive than an enthusiastically curious mind. Came home to find my girlfriend at the time changing her front brake pads in a long aqua blue sundress. She was done with both sides in well under an hour. She said she didn't want any. She drove around the block to test it. She came back in with a big smile on her face. 6 feet 3 inches, brown skin beauty. Could sing and dance her ass off. Very fond memories. Rare and special lady indeed. Immediately became interested in my former partner when on the first time we met. which was a hike with mutual friends. We found out we have a ridiculous amount of shared interests and hobbies. A lot of these were pretty adventurous, potentially even dangerous, like riding motorcycles, rock climbing, shooting guns, psychedelics. I think it's pretty hot when a traditional attractive woman is just some undercover badass, things like that. I haven't dated a girl who played tabletop games in decades, and I've never seriously dated a girl who didn't make art and read. Girls who do the traditional girly hobbies like baking, sewing, maybe gardening are usually a turn on for guys, so I wonder if it's the same vice versa, like do girls like guys who work on cars and build stuff with timber and concrete? Lots of women here saying man who plays guitar, but is it still the same if he can't sing? It seems like it's the singer-songwriter type that really gets the ladies, but back when I used to play guitar I never had a girl swoon over just a regular song or even a guitar solo. So I'm thinking guitar can sing or guitar in a successful band. Just random guy being decent at guitar didn't seem to get me many places when I was younger. Find reading researching very attractive, also a man who is good at building or making something, whether it's DIY or making the little wooden trains that you paint. Thing at all, have passion for something. Being capable at anything is attractive. Your looks will fade, so you better have some personality. Anything they find joy in. Joy and confidence are highly hobby may not be attractive to me specifically, but that doesn't have to matter. As long as there is a good balance between spending time together and pursuing our individual interests, it's all good. The only red flag would be something morally questionable or unsustainably expensive. Exercise or sports of any kind. Humans are made to move. We are attracted to healthy individuals in peak physical condition, male or female. It is the way we are wired. Wife runs a craft business and does woodwork. She probably owns more power tools than most men. Women are saying video games, building computers, coding. I already general, every hobby that involves high intellect. I never understood why guys like stupid women. When I feel intellectually superior to my partner, it feels like having a child or a dog. But I need a companion, someone on my level, an enemy sometimes. If I felt the need to have a child or a dog, I would get on the regular way, but never a partner which is on their level. She ever tells me that her hobbies involve spiders, lizards, or snails because she thinks they're cute, I might just marry her. And that golf. Usually the ones I've met that are into golf are generally physically fit and active outside of playing, and I feel like there's a certain confidence that comes with it. Also, the outfits look great and it's a fun activity to do together. I would love to have a partner that I could go play around with early Sunday morning, have a few drinks, grab some brunch after, then go home and take a nap together before taking care of laundry, grocery shopping, etc. later that evening. Who breath are high on my play an instrument, or actually have any hobbies at all and have a passion for them.